Everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce, and this is part two of the video series about the miniature museum in Hamburg, Germany. Hamburg, Germany, the Wunderland, Miniature Wunderland. Look it up on Google, just Miniature Wonderland or Wunderland. You'll find it. And this place is, well, in a word, absolutely unbelievable. I found it fascinating not only to be here as an individual looking at the models, I found it fascinating to watch the people watch the miniatures. You've got folks from all over the world here, Europeans, North Americans, young, medium age, old, everything. And it's just amazing to see the reaction to this kind of an incredible display. This is just Switzerland with the rail lines, the bridges, the mountains, the Alps, the everything. And the multi-level display area here where there are folks on 3 separate levels just for that particular miniature display. Here, I was quickly zooming in to give you folks an idea just how incredibly popular this place is. 7 days a week. And my recommendation to you all is get here early. Try to get tickets for the earliest time slot possible. And if that means you have to wake up early, that you're not used to it, tough, get over here, because if you wait, you're not going to get close. And you're about to see what I'm talking about here, because this was part 1, and check out that video. It's over 30 minutes long, and it's unbelievable what you see here. But now it's time for part 2. And part 2, you'll understand as well how popular it is because of how many people are looking at all of the miniature displays. Here it is. It's the airport. Now, I had a viewer send me a note after they finished watching part 1, and I was mentioning that part 2 would contain the airport, and they wrote back to me saying that they had been here to the Miniature Wonderland in Hamburg 15 years ago when this was just being built, and they had not seen it in real life in its fully functioning form. And I gotta tell you, this thing it's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. There's so much going on everywhere. The sounds that are being transmitted over the speaker systems, planes coming and going, trucks, trains, everything. And I gotta tell you, most of the folks who are here to witness this are basically adults. There are kids here for sure, but mainly adults, especially those who are into Star Wars. There's the Millennium Falcon getting gassed up at this airport, getting ready to go on her next, I guess, interstellar journey, I suppose. I don't know. I saw it. I didn't notice it at first. I didn't realize it was here. And then I sort of saw a crowd of adults around this area. And eventually I was able to cue into this region and bring my camera out and zoom in on this and the rest of the terminal. Again, this is only one area of the airport that's out there. And of course, every 20-30 minutes, as I mentioned in part 1, the entire Wonderland museum, it goes from daylight to nighttime, so to night vision. So you're watching the airport in the evening with the tower lamps. The tower lights are on, the runway lights are on, the taxi lights are on, and it's just like a real airport. Here's a bird coming in, taxiing in here, following the flashing lights, and being brought to her gate area. Just incredible. Every one of these planes that you're looking at here, that you see, take their turns in taking off, landing, coming to their gate, getting serviced, and then taking off again. It's a complete system. Here's a plane coming in for a landing right here, and she's coming in for touchdown right there. I think it's sure, is that Eastern Airlines? I'm not 100% sure, but they see the van driving in front of us there. There's all kinds of stuff happening simultaneously. They have 53 computers operating the entire museum. And here comes a plane here on a taxiway now. Unbelievable, so accurate, and they're painted, of course, exactly like the like the brands that they represent. I can tell you right now, I was here for a long time. I couldn't get a front row view. I had to stand behind people to view this. I could not get close enough. See on the other side over there, there's a couple of younger guys there right near the Millennium Falcon. It is very difficult to get a front row seat. Now, here is one of the planes. Here's a plane getting ready for takeoff. And it's at the end of the runway, and what happens is the whole room starts to get really loud as the engines rev up. It's really cool. You can tell when a plane is taking off from the airport here because the whole room just starts reverberating with the noise. Here she goes. Here she goes. Condor, I think, is the name of this German airline. It's partially owned by, I think, Lufthansa. There she goes. There, the nose is up and the wheels are up, and off she goes into the wild blue yonder. And she'll come back later on to land. I don't know how long it is between flights when you see these planes again. Here's a cargo, 747 cargo jet. It's getting ready. Here it goes, all revved up here, coming up to the starting point. 4 engines are going to howl up here. I'm going to, in a moment here, in just a little bit, I'm going to give you an idea of just how noisy it is, because I've got a bit of a recording for you that you'll be able to listen to as one of the planes takes off. I'm saving it for just a little later. Don't go away. It's just a minute or two away. You'll enjoy it. All right, here we go. Eva Air Cargo, as she gets ready to roll. Here she is on her way down the runway, and folks standing up and watching, and I'm trying to get around heads and hands and cameras and poles and desperately trying to show you what's going on here. There she goes. She's up. And she's off. Look at that, right there, right into the clouds. Fantastic. Look at this. Here's the Concord. The Concord is still flying, but only at the Miniature Wonderland in Hamburg, Germany, at this airport only. You notice the train down there, and another part of the airport, they had an air show going on, all kinds of people going around, walking around airplanes. So the Concord was coming out and was taxiing to get ready for takeoff, and in just a second you're going to hear the whole thing for yourself. So just stand by in just a moment, and you're going to hear what it sounds like when the Concord takes off from Hamburg's Miniature Museum. Here we go. Hope you enjoyed that. I don't know if you noticed those afterburners kicking in right at the back of the wing. The afterburners turned red. The other thing that you may or may not have noticed, you may want to rewind this video and watch it again, is when she taxis down the runway, her nose is already bent forward for takeoff. They didn't miss anything. It's amazing. This entire museum is an absolute treat to visit. You're going to need 5, 6, 7 hours of time. You can take a 1 hour break easily in the cafeteria on site, rest your feet, have a bite to eat, a cup of coffee, a nibble, whatever, then come out here. But I'll tell you right now, if you are like me, a full grown adult, you're gonna love this place because look at all the guys here. Look at all the males having a great time checking out this museum. Come on, see it for yourself here in Hamburg, Germany. You're gonna love it. Thanks, everybody.